Welcome back to a new series here at Boys Love, Boys Love. This series, we are recapping Universe League, starting with episode 1 today. As always, I'm Adam.
I'm RJ. Welcome back to Boys Love, but welcome to this new show.
Welcome to sports, honey. Honey.
Let's go, Cubbies.
You're going to be doing that bit a lot, though.
Philippines. Woo!
This is our first...
You said this on Patreon, and everyone was like, "You forgot and audition."
No. This is our... Well, this would where I would say I could say this, because we didn't do recaps for and
we
audition.
didn't recap and audition.
We just watched it on our Patreon.
Just for fun.
This is exciting, then.
Yes, it is very exciting.
Are you excited? Do you feel seen? C-E-S-E-A-N?
S-E-A-N. Yeah, there's a lot of C in this, actually.
There's a ton of C.
Yeah. So
there's a ton of C that is doing really well.
Yeah. And girl, I live.
And girl, I live. So Universe League...
Philippines.
Oh, God. So Universe League is a show that we were recapping. It was from 2024. So we are in the period between the finale of the show and the debut. They have not announced
when the debut is happening.
So hopefully we make it. Hopefully we make it before. Or it would be beautiful if it times out perfectly.
Yeah.
That's ideal.
If they just announce that little calendar so we see when it's coming, you know.
Yeah. I feel like they usually do like...
It's like a month out. Yeah.
Especially for like a debut.
Now it is. Because they'll do like pre-release tracks now. They'll do like different concepts. So I think we're in a good spot. I think we'll be able to make it. It's 10 episodes.
This was your choice.
This is my choice. So this is the first time we did an Adam's pick and an RJ's pick and actually labeled it like that. And I 100% did that to make sure that I won.
Because nobody's going to vote for the white guy.
No one's going to vote for you.
That's fine.
So.
It's okay.
That's okay. And that's your place.
Dubbies, I'm gonna give you a treat in April.
Oh, okay.
On Patreon specifically.
Okay.
But don't worry. I got you.
Okay. This is our first boy survival show trainees since Fantasy Boys, recapped for the pod.
Well, we did Island.
Yeah.
But we knew the
outcome. Fantasy Boys was like
different.
live.
Yeah.
This is closer to live.
This
is
only
like a few months away, so.
This is the closest to live we've been since... Oh, no, we were pretty on Island, too. Okay, so this happened, Starlight Boys happened, and Project 7 happened all at the same time.
Yes, and everyone gets them confused.
And they were all 3 very different programs. There was a lot of drama, I believe, with the other two. One in the show, one a little bit in the show, but mostly in the contract negotiations after the show. By our villain, villain of the season. By our arch nemesis. Yeah.
And
they're my Joker.
Yeah.
If I'm Batman, they're my Joker.
Yeah.
You all know who it is. I'm not going to say it.
We're not going to say it.
I'm not promoting them for free.
And then this one, which everyone was like, okay, nothing bad happens.
Yeah. It's just general survival show stuff.
I feel like this would be the ideal. Like you meet trainees for the first time, or maybe you've seen them before, and you see them just have another shot at it.
Yeah. So we're back.
Baby.
We're back, baby.
Now, I have not seen the show, but I know...
You know everyone that wins.
Yes, I know the final lineup.
I only know... I'm going to spoiler alert. The only person I know that wins is Chaungi.
Okay.
I know he wins. I know not a other soul that wins the show. Based on this first episode, I have to assume JL wins. Because it would be bonkers if he doesn't.
Yeah.
So this episode starts, and we get the full lay of the land for what the show is. So we are really leaning into the sports theme. We're gonna have
There's a Stanley Cup.
We're gonna have 3 different teams. There's a Stanley Cup, and I do mean just a Stanley Cup.
A Stanley.
Yeah, a Stanley. There's a Stanley Cup. There's what is it? A Piston Cup. He did Witness Cup. A Prism Cup. Great. There are 3 teams, and they have 3 different colors: red, green, blue.
Roy G. Biv.
And not
Roy
quite.
G.
Roy G. Biv.
Roy G.
Rigaboo. Rhythm is red. Groove is green.
Rhythm ta.
Beat is blue.
Groove is in the Rhythm ta versus Groove is in the heart versus Born to Beat.
Our MC of the show is Jay Park.
Jay, your beloved Adam. Aren't you you're such a huge Jay Park fan, right?
Oh,
You and Matthew.
Me and Matthew.
You and Tuck Matthew. Love
I feel like Matthew.
Jay Park.
Yeah, we love. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think I've heard one Jay Park song in totality. It doesn't matter, guys. We're not talking about Boys Planet. We have moved on as a culture, as a community. We need to put the past behind us, and
until
we
the
need to
sequel
accept.
comes.
We need to accept that it is time for Universe League, which has a very similar energy to some
There is
extent.
a similar energy in casting. Let's say that.
Let's say that.
Let's say that. And let's say that.
And let's say that. And we've said it.
Yeah, and
we've said it. Mm-hmm. Rhythm, Groove, and Beat. Jay Park's the MC.
Uh-huh.
Rhythm Team is directed by, which they shouldn't be called directors. They should be called coaches. I don't know what we're doing.
Or
if you're going to call them players, you have to call them coaches.
Yeah.
Okay? We have, for Rhythm Team, we have 10 Yang, both from Wavy. Mm-hmm. One of the NCT subunits, as we all know. Mm-hmm. And then for this special episode, we have Special Director Kun.
Yeah. Who's their leader?
Who's the leader, right? Yeah. Okay, so we've got
SM.
Yes. Huge. SM, and also we have non-K-pop idols.
Oh, yes.
Non-Korean K-pop idols.
Yes, non-Korean K-pop.
I don't even... Do people who like Wavy... I'm not an N citizen, so I don't go here. Do they consider Wavy K-pop?
Or is it like it's Asian pop?
Very specifically not K-pop.
Yeah,
they
like
were
Chinese
branded
songs,
to be not K-pop. But I don't know if I guess I would call like Team J-pop. Like I wouldn't say it's K-pop.
So is Wavy C-pop?
Is it C-pop? Do they only sing in Chinese?
They're all of their tracks have a Chinese track, and then they'll release a Korean track too, so they can cross promote.
Sure. Okay.
Which is like, I guess that's
so Asian pop.
Yeah.
C-pop.
Yeah.
Great. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Because we have a ton of
We have a ton of foreigners. Yeah. So
not even in the way of like where it felt like with Boys Planet, where they were like trying to do, they were purposely
Korean versus
doing
global.
half.
Yeah. They were just like, they're just sprinkled in.
Yeah, they're just sprinkled in.
Which is very sports, right? Like, you get drafted to whatever national team you play for.
Yeah.
You know.
This is very sports.
Very sports.
Meritocracy.
From what I've heard of it though.
I've heard of sports.
I've never seen one, but I've heard.
No, I can't. I actually could not tell you. No, I could tell you the last sports game I saw. It was when we went to the Cubs game.
Go Cubbies.
For free.
Will you, Adam, please grace our audience?
Absolutely.
With your best hot dog
salesperson impression?
Yeah, your hot dog
salesperson?
Salesperson.
Vendor.
Yeah.
Hot dog vendor.
Hot dog vendor at Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs.
How close are you coming?
It's the specificity of yacht dogs.
Yacht dogs.
Yacht dogs.
Yeah. Groove is directed by Lee Chang-sub from
Chang-sub's back.
B2B.
Chang-sub said, I want to stay in BLBL lore, honey.
And if you were like, oh gosh, I feel like they should look more into B2B. Well, lucky you, yesterday we
literally did a video.
We released reactions.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. You get a little bit Chang-sub.
So Chang-sub, CEO of his own company.
Yes.
But he's also
he's a CEO of like a vocal academy.
Yeah.
At the time, he's a soloist now.
He's like with Fantagio, right?
Yeah. So he definitely, like older gen, early third gen, right? Isn't that what we said?
Yeah.
He was.
I think the right between second and third.
Yeah.
I think
they feel the most sombe.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And then for the Beat team, we have Yugyum from GOT7.
Mm-hmm. JYP, former JYP.
Yes, very former.
Very former.
And El Capitan.
Okay, now we are going to hold the show.
We're going to hold space.
We're going to hold space, okay? Because we are in queer media. We're going to hold space for Miss El Capitan because when she showed up on screen, I was like, I need to know everything that's going on. Everything, backstory, history, herstory.
I feel like it's a crime that people who are producers look as good as idols.
Right.
I understand that
he was a former
once
idol.
an idol.
Yeah.
But I like my producers more of the what's his name from Vivienne or what's
Vivienne and 24.
24.
Yeah.
That ilk.
Yeah, because Vivienne was like Gorgessa.
Yeah. Diva the house sound
Diva
boots.
Boots, yeah.
But 24 was like a man, a guy who produced music. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
El Capitan is giving
genderless gender. All of
it's giving. He's giving everything.
Yeah.
All of it. Serving, slaying.
They work at the coffee shop.
The titular coffee shop.
Do they own the they them coffee shop?
Maybe they have shares.
It feels like they own it, but they're not directly.
First of all, there's no owner. It's a they them coffee shop, so obviously it's a collective.
It's a co-op.
Let's all calm down.
Yes, and
power to the workers. Thank you so much. Labor rights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
And I would say it's like owned by Hongjung and El Capitan.
There's a bunch of people that I want to see hang out together.
There's a lot of people that go there.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So do you have any trainees that in this entrance bit where some of the 42 players are highlighted, do you have any that stood out to you?
I think just who we already know, I would say.
The ones that end up getting kind of called out throughout the 7 performances.
Shuaibo, obviously.
Shuaibo's here. Chaeongi is here.
And Chaeongi are full All-Stars redemption. I would say Shuaibo gives me like Raja O'Hara tea.
There's no
it's not like they're trying to be like, I'm redeeming myself from my previous survival show, but there is an acknowledgement that they've been in a previous survival show.
That they were in a previous performance together.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think in Boys Planet, even on the show, they did not. There was very much an audience receiving of that storyline as very like you were on one person's side specifically.
Yeah.
But I think between them, I do not think they felt that way about.
No.
There is a former TOO/TO1 member.
There's another TO1 member, yes.
Named Kyungho.
Kyungho. There is...
That's weird energy.
The first boy that comes in is Steven from Australia, and the way Jay Park introduces him, Steven! It's just so... And apparently Steven does not have a Korean name, so... His name is
Kim Steven.
It's Kim Steven.
Great. Love that.
Steven.
Sativa.
Yeah. Steven is the oldest.
Of the show?
Of the show.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Did we get that confirmed?
2000.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that is pretty old for a trainee.
Yeah.
25.
And he had previously... So in his story, he had previously debuted, and... Basically, his parents were like, if there's no comeback, you gotta come back. You gotta come back.
Because he was in Illumination?
Illuminations,
Reflections of Earth? Luminous?
Luminous, yep.
Right. Okay.
And the group actually officially disbanded when he was in the show.
Ugh. I mean, probably for the best. But, boy.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a clause in the contract that, like...
If there's inactivity for, like, a couple of months, leaving up to a year...
Up to, like, a year.
At
like,
least
if you haven't released a track in a year, let me have this contract. But then I feel like then they would be like, oh, well, we're just going to have you release, like, one little song. Like, just a single.
Release another Dracula movie so we can keep the rights to Dracula, like that kind of situation.
Like Sony does with Spider-Man.
Yes, or who did you say owns? Oh my God, who owns
Dick Tracy?
Dick Tracy
is owned by Warren Beatty.
So a little Dick Tracy thing just comes out in the culture once in a while, so he keeps the rights. Yeah,
I would say the ones I was interested in was obviously JL.
Obviously, JL
is interesting.
His accent came out, and we were back, honey. BGC. Whoa.
Uh-huh.
Manila. Oh.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it on the free YouTube, for sure. I am not doing my
He
Filipino
does it in the
accent.
privacy of his own home, honey.
Yeah, I do.
Jongwoo, he is the like bright, he's like
Saw
the sunshine
Jongwoo.
face.
Mhm.
They keep bringing him up. Sunshine face. He's so cute. He like does the little
He's
egg
24.
He's 24. He's like the one of the second oldest.
He's out of, did his military service.
He did his military service.
There are multiple
He was
people
an
who did
actor.
their military service on the show.
Which I do like. And I hope there's a little bit more of a storyline of like, oh, look, they're still able to do this.
3 of them didn't
Three of them didn't make it. That's why I'm like, but
there's more to come.
Yes.
Always more to come.
Did.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, when his story came up, it was like he is a 3-week trainee. He was cast, honey. Cast
That's
right
insane.
from cast. He said he saw that thing and was like, "Oh, they're doing a survival show. You just have an age. That's it."
Scan the QR code.
He scanned the QR code. He was like, "You know, I've always kind of wanted to do this. Why not? I already did my time. I'm being an actor right now.
Wow.
I love making people happy."
Crazy.
And he's really cute.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
He does not look 24. That's
no,
nuts.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Shall we talk about your new child?
Daisuke? Is that who you're talking about? Or Anyul?
Oh, 2 children. Literal 2 children.
Literal 2 children. 2 children, 2 children, 1 bassinet.
Yeah. I think Daisuke. Okay.
They're so young.
They're so little.
The years of birth.
The years of birth will
are
keep
so
getting...
shocking
Yes.
to me. What do you mean 2010?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Because Daisuke's getting the edit of being the youngest, but Anyul is the youngest. But apparently, this is Anyul's fourth
survival show
because he did Trot stuff, like Little Mr. Trot.
Yeah. You know what? If Adam, I'm gonna say this: if you were born a little Korean child, you would have been a child Trot star.
I would have been the little yodeling boy in the Walmart, but for Trot in Korea.
Yes. That would have been you.
100%.
And you would be touring.
Oh.
All up and down South Korea, honey.
Oh, you couldn't tell me anything,
You would be touring and all the grandmas.
Oh, the harmonies.
The harmonies.
Scream?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. This is literally the alternate life I did not live.
It's a child Trot star, I know.
I don't know what to tell you.
Literal no question.
No question. Should we get into these performances?
How about we take a break first?
What do? Do you actually put in the break?
I put the ads in right here.
What do you mean the ad? Oh, you
on YouTube and on Spotify.
So we're going to start these performances. There's 7 performances in total.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 bright shining boys in each performance. Okay?
They are.
So 42 total. Okay? We are going to start with the first performance, which is Thrill Ride. A song that we obviously know
and love.
The boys.
Uh-huh.
Okay? If you want to see our reaction to the original music video. So in this performance, we have Park Ju-won, Jen, Anyul, Mac, Nam Do-yoon, and Yo Gang-dong. What did you think? What did you think of this performance?
This was a good first performance of the show.
Correct. Yes, I
was
completely
like, this
agree.
is the perfect speed.
This is not bad.
This is not bad. Everyone was good.
Yeah.
If not, no one was great.
Correct.
But everyone was like good and served. This was the perfect song choice, perfect audition piece.
Mm-hmm.
They all leaned in on like, yes, we are literal bright and shining boys. We're wearing bright blue. Yeah. We're smiling.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Great.
Chef's kiss. No notes other than, the general, it does feel like a group of high school students. Yes, it's high school students doing a talent show performance.
Yes, yeah. And one of them is like a freshman, basically.
Not in a shady way.
No, but that's what
They're trainees.
So it looks like a trainee evaluation performance.
I actually think most of the boys' songs are good for these shows.
Oh, totally.
Because they are not so steeped in a very specific brand that you cannot escape that.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, I feel like there are certain groups that when they do it, I have now seen replay so many times.
I know
that I barely think of it as a SHINee
I
song.
know. I think of it as a trainee song.
As a survival show song.
It is a song that like all boy trainees go through because it is so perfectly.
It's one of the trials.
It's one of the trials, girl. I was just telling you yesterday about the story of like Kevin, like Fantasy Boys came to him at music, like one of the music shows, and they all like said hi to him. And it just feels like, yeah, all trainees go through the boys' discography.
Or they should.
Because it gives you the lay of the land of each concept.
Yes, and it also, this is not shady.
Not a read.
Not
You're
shady.
Literally.
It's enough to do the technique,
Yeah.
but still be able to, like, you can show off your charm.
Yes.
Your own personal charm.
Yeah.
And I think there is one other performance that is like that in this that I've
that is hard.
It is much harder.
But
I think
of the
also
specific personalities.
Yes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, absolutely, of course. Great. We share the same mind.
We share the same hive mind. Once they perform, each of the teams, red, green, and blue, rhythm, groove, and beat, are going to choose their first pick. They're going to draft.
Yeah.
And then if there's multiple, like if two teams choose the same player, then it's
the
voice, and the player gets to pick which team they get
Kelly,
to choose.
Jennifer, Blake
Ariana,
Shelton, Ariana, Reba. Who else was in it? will.i.am,
Gwen Stefani, all those John Legend.
Oh yes, famously for a while,
for a long time actually.
I think Reba was a great choice.
Reba's always a great choice. There's never a time where Reba's not a great choice. I want to be very clear about that.
And she's back. She's back on network TV.
She is what?
She has a sitcom again. It's like on NBC.
What are you talking about?
And Barbara Jean is like
What are you talking about?
Yes. And
are you serious?
Yes. Her Happy Place.
Happy Place.
Yes. Close enough. But yeah, Barbara Jean's in it.
You know,
Barbara,
she at a recent concert, Reba McEntire. Does she have a residency in Vegas? I don't know what Reba's doing. She had a performance and she was singing a Chapel Roan. She was covering Chapel Roan. Wow. Which honestly, Reba covered Beyonce one time.
If I were a boy.
And the only time that cover has been
wow, don't drag Island 2.
No, that's what I was going to say. The only time there was a better cover than the Reba cover of If I Were a Boy is Island 2.
It's Island 2.
Yeah.
If the pick gets to pick the team, because we're also we're going to be 4th and 5th teams now.
So the point is that I have to find a word that fits with groove, rhythm, and beat.
Yeah, that's
so it has to fit in with
it has to be music hall.
Oh, it was Fuchsia Funk. That's what it was. Fuchsia
Funk.
I think that's mine.
Oh, that's good. There's no color that starts with H, is there? Because harmony.
Oh,
Team Harmony.
Melody.
Team Melody. Magenta.
It's very close to Fuchsia, though. Get out of my lane.
Melody. I like Melody, though. So for team, okay. So then, who's your draft pick?
So this is actually hard because there's two ways you can go about doing this. You could either just pick who you thought was the best person in each house.
Or you're building your team.
Yeah. I think I just went for my favorite person.
You're my favorite person. I know. Just who stood out to you.
Just thinking about like who do I have to get from each round to like create a cohesive group of the group that I would want to create based on not knowing what the future challenges are for this show because I don't totally know what the rules are yet.
Yeah.
I just went with my favorite person. So I picked Zhen.
I also picked Zhen.
So Zhen, who do you pick?
So Zhen, you get to pick. Do you want to be with Coach Adam and learn nothing? Or Coach RJ, who will teach you, vocals.
How to yap.
Zhen had the personality.
Because Zhen does not hit his one. There's one note he misses.
Yeah, he does not hit the song end note. But he flips it that still felt bright in the song. Like it still felt like it was like the personality of the song. It was still fun.
It's still within the it's still within the song
I didn't
itself.
mind
it's definitely a mistake.
Yes.
But it did not, the whole world did not come collapsing around the whole performance. No. There are two big mistakes on this show that happen. And I think actually both people recovered pretty well.
Pretty well, yeah. I would say Zhen, he just had the most energy, like, within the song. When I think of, like...
I think so, too.
The performers that really inhabit the song later, who'd do really well. He was the one for this, I think.
Yeah.
I actually also really liked Mac. He was just a little stiff.
I thought Park Ji-won was good too.
I thought so too, but Zhen Zhen just like stood out to me. Just by a hair.
Yeah.
He was a little bit more striking. Ju-won was just very fit, like central casting.
Yeah.
Thrill ride.
Like if you told me he was a member of the boys, I'd be like, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rhythm and beat both wanted Park Ji-won, but he chose rhythm, which means he goes over with Ten and Yang and Kun for today. So then beat ends up choosing Anyul and Groove gets Zhen Zhen.
Yes. So Anyul, the youngest of the show.
That's so crazy. 2010. Like January, but that's January of 2010.
I was about to graduate high school.
He just turned 15. Just a couple months ago. I'm gonna be ill. I'm gonna throw up. Next performance, we have S Class. Soon, we also may be having this on the channel.
Will we see it?
In this performance, we have Cheon. I think that's how you say it.
So it's romanized Chien.
Yeah.
Chien. The Hangul is like Cheon.
Cheon. Okay. Kim Chu-hyung, Shirin, Kairi, Eito, and Bae Jae-ho.
Bae Jae-ho, yeah.
Okay.
Bae Jae-ho, he was a Fantasy Boys contestant. One of the many.
One of the many.
One of the many in that show.
One of the many. Yeah. What'd you think?
This wasn't bad. I think
I agree. I do not think this was bad.
I didn't think it was bad.
And actually this is not one of my favorite Stray Kids songs.
Yes.
So for me, I don't think like if they were to do like Thunder or like God's Menu, like I feel like those are so I can't separate them from Stray Kids.
So here
I care a little less about this one, so I was like, it's fine.
Yeah. I just think Stray is so hard to nail like this because their personalities are
that group is so charisma based.
Yes.
With the like it's
with
like
the
both.
talents. Yeah. So it always just feels like we're doing we practiced S Class together.
Yeah. You went to the mall and then the K-pop group at your local mall is doing the performance.
Yeah. But I do think like there were people that stood out. And are we going to talk about Chuan now?
Oh, I thought you were saying Ju-won, and I was like, he's not in here. Okay, sorry. Chuan. We can, the narrative Chuan has in this show is similar to, if you watched Island 2, it is similar to the Bang Ji-min edit, where it's like gorgeous. And then like
Mayhem Miller.
Because I don't think he's bad.
I don't think he's bad.
I genuinely do not think he's bad. But I don't know what else is there.
Why is everyone like
Everyone is losing their minds.
Oh my God. Look at those striking visuals.
I think he is very striking. But they lose their minds about him he is not like what I would normally associate with like if I was to line all these boys up.
Yeah.
I would not pick him out as the one where I would be like, oh, they're gonna like have the whole, because Bang Ji-min looked like the walking Korean ideal.
I literally
like that was like her whole thing. He does not, to me, read. He is not like the proportion king. That's like there was like someone else who they said like, oh, he has great proportions. He doesn't. He has like big eyes and like a small face.
Yeah, it's a little poo.
It's very like
Camden's little brother. Camden and Cade's Elizabeth Olsen is how it reads.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Cheon Olsen.
Yeah.
So
okay. So in the performance, I was like, okay, I'm seeing something. There's a little bit of star quality there, like stage presence.
Well, then I saw two things, but yeah, okay, yeah, I saw that. I don't. It's definitely not connecting.
It's not in the face.
No, it's not
in the face though, which is really interesting.
And I think here's the thing that they have to learn. you have to sell your face before you sell anything else. I don't care if your technique could be incredible. You could be like perfect. You could be basically Shiryu from Fantasy Boys.
Right.
Where you were like dancing circles around everybody else. If it does not connect to the face and the face doesn't match what the song is giving, I am bored to tears.
I'm out. Taken out immediately.
Taken out.
And I think that was my big thing with this performance. Everyone kind of like was not living up to that. I would say there was probably 2 people that were doing that were good and like giving.
Who did you pick? I swear to God, if you say the same name I do, I'm gonna be so mad.
Okay, we're gonna say it at the same time.
1, 2, 3. Kim Chu Hyung. Cool.
Yeah.
You picked Kim Chu Hyung.
Yeah, he did. He was in Nine Nine.
He was?
That's what someone on Patreon said. He's not anymore, but he was in Nine Nine.
Oh wow, that makes sense. Because I felt like he was like giving Stray Kids.
Yes, I was like, you're like the only one that's like performing.
The thing about these 7 songs that they pick is that they are very specifically different concepts.
Yes, yeah.
Not just in like what they're wearing, obviously, but like the song itself and the energy you're supposed to give.
Which I like that. I like that the producers went in and were like, each group is going to be different.
Yes,
totally.
And there is like a level to the trainee shows where the first half of the trainee survival shows, all you're supposed to do is match the energy that you're covering.
Yes.
You're supposed to do the cover correctly.
Yeah.
Because the point of K-pop is that you're supposed to be able to do different concepts. So like you're flexing can you play in these different genres, let's say, even though they're not
styles.
Yeah. And can you do it? And can you like carry it off? Can you do it well? Yeah. Right? This is just doing a Stray Kids song, which this is like this is a type of, this is an avenue for boy groups in K-pop.
Yes.
So you're gonna probably get a song like this at some point.
This
was Zero Base One's second song.
Yeah.
Was Crush. This was their second title track. Was this kind of like energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah, I think Joo-hyung.
I thought Joo-hyung did the best. I do too.
I think Joo-hyung, and then my second was Shirin.
My second was Bae-jae-ho.
Oh, yeah. I really like Jae-ho too. I think the face really was just like not connecting, but he sounded great and his moves were great. So I was like, it's tough. It's tough to do Stray Kids right off the bat.
It is tough to do Stray Kids. Yeah. That's true. I'm really glad nobody's doing BTS.
I know. From what I remember from the show, I think the covers only go up to the first one, maybe the first 2, and everything else is original songs.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which is good.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, the first 2 rounds should be you just showing that you can do the concept.
These. Yes.
The concept is art. You can go and look at what the concept is supposed to be. Just mirror it.
Just mirroring
Can you mirror a concept?
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
And then as you get at the end of the show, then you start forming the personality, the people.
Correct.
So you see like, I want this person in this group.
Correct. And there are, like, naturally, I think people gravitate towards certain styles more effectively, for sure.
But I think in a survival show, you have to do each one.
You have to do it. You have to be able to do it all, unfortunately. So in this group, Cheon goes to beat, Kim Joo-hyung goes to groove, and Shirin goes to rhythm. Rhythm ta.
No same picks.
No same picks in this one, no. We are on what I would call a downward trajectory in performances. I think we started at like a 7 with Thrill Ride, and we went maybe to a 6 with S-Class. And we're dipping.
We are dipping.
We're going to do Love Shot now from EXO. Sorry.
EXOs.
I almost said both of them. EXOs. EXO. Okay? Another one that I definitely feel like I have seen. Have I seen this in a survival show though? I may not have.
I don't think so.
For some reason I associate this song with survival shows. I don't know why though. So they're doing Love Shot. We have Jang Kyung-ho, Zhang Shuaibo, Park Ji-hoon, Lee Ji-wei, Hiroto, and Jin Ji-ming.
Mm-hmm. Woo. You've got 2 Koreans.
3
Japanese.
Chinese?
Yeah, I think 3 Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, global group.
Global group.
Uh-huh. And global
EXO!
by the way of 3 countries.
Yes, yeah.
3 countries in a very small area of the globe.
This is also the Chaungi like I don't even know if they're antagonists. Associates?
Former colleagues?
Chaungi's storylines, basically.
Chaungi's relationships. Yes. Previous relationships. Yes. Yeah.
They do talk about, like, Woongki is like, yes, Kyungho and I were in the same group together. They do a little segment of how terrible it was, like, being in the group and just how messy it was. Because they even show, like, the headlines.
I didn't even realize that was, like, a whole thing was why they had to change their name. Yeah. I didn't even realize that was part of it. I mean, I knew they changed their name. Yes. I just didn't. I thought it was like, I
wanted to rebrand. Yeah. I didn't realize it was, like, legal issues.
I didn't know it was legal.
I'm like, y'all didn't clear the name?
You didn't clear the name?
You didn't clear the name, girl?
That's crazy. I can't be that hard to run a K-pop company. Oof. I can't be that hard, guys. Love Shot by EXO is a sexy song. Okay? Can we agree?
Yeah.
We can agree on that.
Yes.
This is one of the classic, the less movement you do, the sexier it is. The control is what's sexy about it.
School of Taemin. Yeah.
The School of Taemin. Recently, we watched a bunch of SF9 stuff. Yes. I feel like that's kind of this specific variety of songs.
I mean, this is Kai. This is like Kai T, honey.
Yeah. Hips. Move the hips.
Yeah.
There is way too much movement in this song. There is so, I think, here's who I picked. I'm just going to get right to it.
It's Kyungho.
Kyungho is the best one.
Kyungho is the best one.
And he because I think Kyungho thinks he's sexy.
Yeah.
I do not believe another person on that stage has ever thought of themselves as a sexy human being.
Yeah.
Which is tough. I think this is probably, especially for this age group, of trainees who were stripped of their youth at 12 and thrown into a dungeon in a K-pop factory studio. Yeah. I think they've probably never thought about it in this way, or very little.
Yes.
Kyungho has been on stage. Kyungho has had fans tell him he's sexy, and he believes that he is sexy.
Kyungho also, after Tio.
Great perm.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Great curls.
I think that's the way to set yourself apart. Don't dye your hair, get curls.
Yes. I think so.
Yeah.
He's also, you can tell he's like, I lived in the world, you know?
I'm a man about town.
I am a man about town, let's say that.
Yeah.
So I kind of know what to access.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah. He was the only one on stage that really was like,
I think Shuaibo was the second best because I think he was acting.
Shuaibo is the second one, and she's an actress. Our sister is an actress. So she knew how to perform sex.
And actually,
sensual.
Shuaibo has gotten so much better since Boys Planet.
Even like in vocals and in dancing.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Because that was Shuaibo's whole thing was like, I can't sing.
Yeah.
This is what led to the
fiasco.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't think there were a ton of hard like vocals to do in this specifically for Shuaibo, but I think like what he had, I was like, oh, you pulled it off.
Yeah.
You did it.
Totally.
Kind of everyone else, I was like,
ooh.
So that's how I felt.
Yeah. I can't believe we're going to have the same group.
I can't believe we're going to have the same group. Of course I believe we have the same group. I'm not surprised at all by this information.
I know, that's true. But yes, I also picked Kyungho as my number 1 and Shuaibo as number 2.
This was the most like...
If Kyungho was not in this number, flopiana. And it kind of already was. So...
It was a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was right in the middle. Being like, well,
oof.
We watched it.
Yeah.
So Kyungho gets groove,
mm-hmm.
Shuaibo gets rhythm, and Jihoon gets beat.
This is one that they were like, they picked him, and he was like, I did not expect to get picked. And
and it almost
afterwards it felt like Yugyeom and El Capitan was like, I don't think I picked the right person.
I couldn't tell if that's the energy or they were just
was like,
well,
oh, I don't think I actually wholeheartedly believe that that's what we should have done.
Yeah.
But they were literally like running out of time because they were like, I don't who the fuck do I pick?
Yeah, that one was this one. So that was when I was like, well, we got through Love Shot. It can only go up from here. And then we got Boomerang, which was much shorter than the others.
Much shorter.
If you go back and watch it just in the full cam version,
it's like a minute 50.
It's like a minute 47.
Yeah.
And it is
walking.
There, a
lot of runway.
This is the worst. This is, let's say this is
worst
the
camera
worst
work.
Camera work.
And I think they did it on purpose.
Yep. I think it is because they are trying to mask everything else.
I think so too.
Because this is extremely. This is just rough. This is rough.
Real rough.
This is real rough. Yeah. You had a theory.
I had a theory.
It's the shortest.
Because it's the shortest. Three of them are like have already done their service. Just got out. Like a week ago.
Like a minute and a half ago.
Like a minute and a half ago.
He just left.
Which makes me think they cast him.
Uh-huh.
And threw this number together last minute.
So almost like they were originally 36 and then they were like...
Or something, or maybe not. Maybe they were like, we know we want to get this guy, so let's make one group like a shorter one so that way it's something that can be easily picked up in a short amount of time. And they ended up being in the group and they probably already pre-prepared like a shorter performance.
It definitely felt like this performance, other than the fact that there were three of them and had already done their military service, it did not feel cohesive in who they chose for this number.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, that was the biggest thing that coaches said. They were like, it feels like everyone was just doing they learned everything individually and then you were all on stage.
Because they probably did.
Diva.
To be honest, this is not good.
No,
this is not great.
No.
We have Kenta, we have Kim Jin-oh, we have Royce, Kwon Hee-jun, Kim Dae-eun, and as you said, Kim Gi-jung.
Yeah. And Kim Jin-oh was in Fantasy Boys.
He
was constantly a pick of mine. He was my little funny boy.
Yeah.
And he danced great.
Do you have one for this? Did you pick somebody?
I did pick someone.
I did pick someone as well. Are you ready?
Okay, it's probably the same one.
It's probably the same one.
1, 2, 3, Royce. Oh!
I picked Kim Jin-oh.
Royce. Royce had a little bit more, like, stage presence, I felt like.
Oh.
Just a touch more.
So, like, more than 0 is 1.
Because I felt like Gino was just, like, doing the moves and smiling.
First of all, the choreo in this
is not great. Whatever they were given to do.
Yes, so much of them is just walking across each other. It's just runway. Take it to the runway.
So I was like, you learn 2 8 counts. And then everything is just spacing and moving. Oof. That's show choir, bitch.
I picked Janelle probably mostly because I was like, well, I think I know he can do better than this.
Yes. I know there's
potential.
There's potential. Because we've seen it. Yeah. He was my second. I picked Royce just like a hair because I was like, I think...
There's something. Great. I really don't have anything to say about this.
But there's really not much to say about
this.
It's bad.
This is unfortunate.
It's bad.
This is really unfortunate. I felt really bad because I was like...
Because I thought, okay, Heejun, one of the military boys, he was like the one with the snatched face, like hair down, like all
to be
green.
Clear, the 3 military boys do not get picked.
No, it's the 3 military boys that are specifically don't get picked.
Yeah.
And I think probably just like training, like they just felt like Changsob was very clear that like you guys were overexerting.
Yes, there was nowhere for the song to go because everything was already done out at 100. Yes. So then, like halfway through the song, you're just like
tired. Charging through, yeah. Because I thought Heejun was like, I was like, oh, he's like pretty.
Oh yeah.
So like, I think there's something there.
Is Heejun the one that was in the full green?
Full green, yeah.
Okay, that was probably my second.
He had
one
like the like very like small face.
Oh yeah, like
yeah.
It came to a point. Yeah. Kenta goes to groove, Kum Jin-oh goes to beat, Royce goes to rhythm.
I would say, yeah. I thought Kenta was pretty good too, but I also think he just had the body, so it was probably like, well, he looks great, so
yeah. I mean,
set him up.
You're gonna pick a reason. There's one. Yeah. Body T. I'll pick Body T for 1,000. Now,
okay, we are getting
Now we can talk about
fresh air.
Chaeonggi.
Yeah,
this is replay from SHINee. Oh, sorry, Boomerang was 101. I didn't say that. Replay by SHINee. We have Chaeonggi, Seo Jong-woo, Daisuke, Shi Yu-shin, Ayumu, and Kang Jun-hyuk.
Yeah. Correct.
This is, of the 7 performances, I don't think this is the best performance.
I don't think it's the best one either.
But I think this is the one that you could debut the 7 of them as a group, now, and I would be like,
yeah, that's
they all
that's
like,
a rookie
are
group.
around the same
age,
skill
styles,
level. Like,
yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could take this 6 right now, train them, and then debut them.
There
at the
was
end of the
no
year.
one. Oh yeah, I guess there's 6, not 7. Yeah. There was no one that I was like, oh, you're the standout, right? There's not. That, I think, has been the narrative of pretty much almost every other one, was that there was one person that really stood out above the others. I think I still oh God, I hate to say this. I feel like I'm going to get crucified for saying this. I need my sister, Chaeonggi, to run on a treadmill.
Yeah.
And learn breath control.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's like the nerves or what.
Yeah, he just like...
Because I want to be clear, Chaeonggi's best performance in Boys Planet
is Feel Special.
No, it is not.
It's not. Oh, it's Supercharger.
It's Supercharger.
Supercharger.
And I don't know. That could be partially because there's so low expectations of like how that group was going to do that it's like shocking that they did so well.
Yeah.
So that could be part of it. But I genuinely think if you go and look back, he just nails that concept so well. But I think he feels comfortable doing like the brighter stuff, right? Yeah. But he is so dynamic as a performer that I almost feel like he like coasts when he gets to like do like the brighter stuff. Kind of like this is, I wouldn't say like Replay is bright per se, but it's like it
feels easy for him. Yeah.
Yes. I don't think he's bad in this,
no,
to be clear.
I don't think so either.
But I think he is like...
He's like the stable one, but there needs to be something that makes him like...
Yes.
Stand out. I wanted him to stand out.
I wanted him so badly to stand out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
Yeah.
I think to the group's benefit, because then everyone looks really good.
Everyone looks... Yeah, totally. I agree.
This was the hardest one for me to pick one, because I was
like... Me too, because I was like, I could pick
probably any of them.
I could probably pick any of them. And I would be happy because I would be like, I know exactly what you're giving. You showed me exactly what you're capable of with this number.
I think he was also the leader, the de facto leader of this group too. That's what it seemed like. And
they did a little thing of like they all felt really comfortable with him. They were doing a little bit of like him doing like color.
Yeah,
like he's great. This is what backstage.
I'm saying. Like he's great so backstage. Good at like being witty and being like a variety persona as well. He like knows all the facets of what it takes to be an idol and is very good about executing each one.
Yeah.
I just think like I just need
a little power on stage.
Yes. Replay. He even like made them all do an ending fairy.
I know.
Like I felt they were the most stable as a group because I think they had like, probably really worked on it based on that one variety we watched with him and
his bestie from Gravity. I did pick Woongki. I settled on Woongki. I thought that I could have picked Jung-woo easily.
Oh, yep.
As just like, I know I'm going to get the cutiest, patootiest from him. And that's with 2 actual children on this group. Yes. Ayumu and Daisuke.
Yeah.
Jung-woo probably would have made...
I thought Daisuke is so good at this.
thought, oh, girl...
And again,
that's star quality.
The Daisuke has a moment where he like slips and continues his choreography, and Ten picks him for that reason
because he kept going and like didn't look cracked.
I was like, this is why you need performers to do this instead of just like generic producers who don't know the like other half of being like the impressive part is that you kept going
and you didn't show that you had a mistake, because when we watched the full cam I didn't even notice it, because in the edit of the show they like go back to it multiple times. I was like, oh yeah, he did almost slip. Who did you pick? Daisuke?
This is the only one I did not pick anybody that gets selected.
Did you pick? Oh my god, you picked Kang Jun-hyuk, didn't you?
I picked Kang Jun-hyuk.
I knew it. He sounded great.
He looked great. He was so smiley.
He was like the vocal, basically.
So he did smiley, so vocally. Yeah. I was like, well, people are not seeing this. Open your eyes.
Totally.
I mean, again, anybody could have been chosen.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
This one I really enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
I would like go back and watch this one again, not because like it's the greatest performance I've ever seen, but because I was like, oh, they're just so like they're just like nailing stable and kind of good.
They're stable and they're nailing they're really selling the concept.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Oh my god.
I just wish these pants were so baggy.
I know.
That's the only thing. They're a little too baggy.
It's a little, yeah.
A little too parachute pants.
Yes.
For me.
See, because I think they were trying to go for like a Tuwasa type of thing, because Tuwasa wears these a lot, but Tuwasa is like they're all tall boys. So
and I feel like their choreo like they jump around more. Whereas
exactly.
Like SHINee's choreo is so much lower and slinkier.
This move.
Yeah. So that was replay. So Chaehoungi gets in beat, so he does not end up with Shuaibo or Kyungho.
I know.
As people who've watched him in Boys Planet, do you think, famously even, I would say, we watched him in Boys Planet, do you think that he has a different energy on the show? This is episode 1, so let's be clear. No, we haven't seen anything more than this so far, nor have we seen any of the behind the scenes, if they did little trainee stuff.
How's being portrayed in the show, or him specifically?
Just him specifically.
He feels a little more vulnerable here. I felt like in Boys Planet he was putting on a persona. He's amping it up. Because he is in Boys Planet was like, I'm Woongki, I'm sassy, I'm that girl. Here he's like himself. Like it feels like I'm watching Woongki experience this.
Okay, so you felt like Boys Planet was the one that was like the facade, and this
I think just because it was
more closer.
It was just a lot of people. And think
he was like, how am I going to stand out?
How am I going to stand out?
98 other people. Yeah.
This is directly after I left the group. There's 98 other boys here, and there's already clear favorite, like a clear top 30, let's say.
Sure.
From the get-go. I think here there is this feeling that like I'm going to be one of the most well-known ones coming in, and so I think I just need to really be like honest and vulnerable. That's just what it feels like.
Yeah. I think that he feels much older than he felt 2 years ago, which is crazy. I think Woongki is someone who is always very aware of how to give what the camera wants to receive. I think he has such an intuitive mind for the big picture of what is going on, and can look down and be like, this is how to be witty, this is how to be funny, this is what I need to sell, da-da-da-da-da. I still obviously think he really has that, but I think he's gotten better at knowing when to push it and when to pull back.
Yes,
so that there's like dynamic rhythm in like what he's giving. Because if it starts to be like, oh, you're just
the fun guy,
you're just the funny one, then that ends up being its own issue.
Yeah.
So he gets in beat. Seo-jung, and also I just want to say El Capitan seems to have loved Chaehoungi's performance.
He is like, that's my one pick for the rest of the show, girl.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. Seo-jung gets groove, and Daisuke gets rhythm, as I said earlier.
Daisuke cries.
It's very sweet.
It's very sweet.
Everyone's so... This is my go-to monologue about how I love how earnest everyone is. Everybody wants it really bad.
Wants this.
Everybody wants to say that they want it really bad. There is not a soul on the stage that's like, oh, it's too cringe for me to want this thing that I really want. Like, oh God, it's so good. I love it. When are we going to move on from the cringe thing? Are we going to? Are we stuck in this like for the next like 15 years, do you think? I'm really tired of it.
I think we got to get vaudeville back. Maybe Susie Toot needs to bring it back.
Which is weird because I don't think I come off as a person who really likes being really earnest. Because
you hate it. If people are earnest to you, you're like,
no, I don't want you to do it to me.
No.
I find it very uncomfortable.
Yes.
But I want to watch you do it about other things. Yes. That's what I really want. So the next performance is One and Only. And this is by Boy Next Door.
Let me tell you, there is one and only. Honey.
We picked JL. Obviously, I'm just gonna cut right to
JL.
We both picked JL.
Everyone picked JL.
All five teams.
All five teams picked JL.
Us two and the three on
Team
the
Melody
show.
and Team Funk also picked JL.
This is the hands down best performance in this entire episode.
Absolutely.
And by that I just mean him singularly.
There, he is no nerves. No second guessing what the moves are. Not a crack in his voice. Not a single crack. No reaching.
Stable vocals.
Belting and falsetto, bitch.
Falsetto. Belting. Club. Another club.
Knows where the camera is. Giving it exactly to the camera.
Face.
And
giving
to the
face
audience.
Even when he's not in the center. He's giving Billy. He's giving Tsuki from Billy. This is... What? Okay, because also, this is a performance that we have seen actually the members of Boy Next Door in front of our eyes multiple times because they kept performing this song.
Yeah. And we won't be seeing them in Lala.
Unless they have a shit lineup at KCON. Could you imagine? They just have
and we don't do the last day of KCON because we want to see... I don't know. I think seeing Boy Next Door at Lala,
they're gonna do every song. They're gonna get like a full. Oh, I don't know, because they're not a headliner, so they would probably
get like the New Jeans.
They would get the TXT first year set.
Yeah, like the New Jeans set, like it's in the afternoon,
35 minutes or whatever.
But
which is still so long.
Lala.
But here's the thing:
hearing Earth, Wind, and Fire.
But here's what I'm saying: it would be with a band.
It would.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's Boy Next Door doing great, obviously, and like I think people would lose their minds because they're so good and they're so naturally charismatic.
KCON, you better
step your pussy up, KCON.
This is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to say it on the pod right now.
Okay.
On the only thing that could be day 3 KCON. Or that could be Lollapalooza Boy Next Door is if day 3 KCON has N-Team. That's it.
Oh my God.
KCON, if you bring N-Team for day 3, then we will have Sophie's motherfucking choice, bitch.
Oh my God.
That's how serious we are with this beloved. Okay?
Oh my God.
And now you're also mad
I'm sorry.
It's not gonna happen.
Because I'm just like picturing Jaehyun crying because he's at Lollapalooza.
Because he's at Lolla fucking Palooza.
Guys.
I need to see him see a sea of people and
screaming his name.
Screaming at him. Anyway, JL that's what I'm saying. All of that, you could say JL was the 7th member of Boy Next Door and I would believe you.
Legitimately, he is fucking good in this.
He is right in it. You could have told me Zico picked him too.
The show, the first episode is genuinely not bad. And I do not even think this performance or this whole episode. I think there's a lot of pretty good people and I like a bunch of them and you're very charming from the get-go.
Yeah.
I think it's like a winning show, blah, 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 blah. I have really no issues with this.
Yeah.
JL, I was almost it's embarrassing to the rest of the people on the show that you're on the show.
Oh, JL is in a different show.
Because the rest of his group, as they were rehearsing, had to be like, well, I guess we're fucked.
Because we're not JL.
This is very much like Sasha Colby comes into season...
Yes, literally!
Comes into season 15.
Adam, we said the same thing in episode 1 of Island 2. When Jungwon performed, and it was
Where's Jungwon?
Don't even get me started on Aisna AI, bitch.
Aisna.
Don't even get me started on Aisna right now, girl.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yes, it's literally Sasha Colby walks in and everyone's like, oh,
and so everyone else is vying for
second place to make it to the finals.
Yeah,
with Sasha Colby.
That's crazy. He is so good in this, guys. It's great. It's not even me being like, well, I have to do Filipino representation.
No, he's the best person
on the show. He's so good. And this sweater's so cute. He just what I was saying earlier about trying to match the energy of the original performers, right? You're not trying to be you're not trying to be Felix.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be Jaehyun, Moon Jaehyun, Myung Jaehyun.
This is if JL was a member of Boy Next Door. This is what it would be.
You are just trying to match the energy of that original group, of the original performers. He does it so well. I was like, well, shit, girl.
Well, shit.
Because as people who've seen this song live, they are giving face the whole time.
Yes.
It's very goofy. It's a little off kilter.
Yes.
Boy Next Door's whole thing is that they're fucking weirdos.
They're losers. They're the boys that have a crush on you,
and you keep ignoring them because they're weirdos.
Yes.
Because your friend likes aliens and he won't stop talking about them. He has fish that he won't stop looking at. That is Boy Next Door. JL matches. It's insane to watch.
So who is your second? Who would have been your second?
James. I thought James was really good too. I actually think a lot of them are very good in this.
Good, yeah.
I don't think there's I think there is, I don't need to go into who I thought was the weakest, but there is one performance that I don't think really holds up, and I think he does fall behind in the music even at one point. But for the most part, I just was like, wow, this is JL is a star.
JL is a star. And the producers found him and were like, we're good. We're set.
There are people born.
People will vote.
There are people born to do this.
Yeah.
And he is one of the people born to do this.
Yep.
And I'm happy that we live in a time where we get to watch people who are born to do this get to do this.
And you know what? And he's from the fucking Philippines, girl.
He is. So JL is selected by all three. So he ends up picking Ten and Yang to go to Rhythm, because previously in the show he had said that Ten is his idol.
Mm-hmm.
Beat gets Kim Donghyun, and Groove gets James. This is such a good performance.
Yeah.
He's so good. We even watched this version when we rewatched it. We watched the one where it's the static cam.
Yes, the static.
And your eye is only watching him. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Everyone is a backup dancer. And it's it's not like he does it on purpose.
No.
You can tell that
it's not like he's not overdoing it
No,
either.
he's like, this is how you perform the song. It's
correct.
It feels very correct.
This is the rubric, I am matching the rubric.
This is the song. Yeah. This is what you do.
This is what you have to do.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
This might be an ultimate status, honey. How this show progresses,
we'll see. We'll have to see. Should we take a break?
I think all that JL talk. God. I need a break.
We have Siren by Rise.
Mm-hmm.
Rise is 7. Mm-hmm. And we have Park Han, Steven, Jang Fan, Lee Jinu,
yeah.
Kim Hyotae, and Koo Han
So. Okay,
say it.
Okay, if One and Only had the best singular performance in JL, Siren is the best performance
of the show. Correct.
Everyone was good.
Everyone was good.
And not in a Thrill Ride where it's everyone's doing Thrill Ride really well. Mm-hmm. Everyone is performing Siren.
And not a song where I'd be a walk in the park.
No, literally
cakewalk.
Everyone, all the coaches were like, this is not easy.
No.
So, great. Get ready to buckle
if they had
down.
done Get a Guitar, I would have been like, well.
Okay, yes. Yeah. More accessible.
Sure.
Siren is hard, girl.
Siren is so hard. That choreo is so stupid.
Once again, we saw it live and we didn't even know.
It's crazy. Even know. We're one of the few people on earth who have seen
Rise of 7. Pre-debut.
And by few people, I mean there were a few thousand in that arena. Okay. First of all,
they really eat this up. They're all so good in it.
They're so good. These are the dancers.
These are the dancers, yeah. And they all do a good job with the vocals too, because you're screaming the song.
Can I say, the thing about the song that really is so satisfying to listen to
sounds like a siren.
Sirennnnnah.
It sounds like a siren.
The holding on an N. Can I say who does this that I first realized? I was like, oh, you're not supposed
K-pop?
to do. No, in the world.
Oh.
A very famous person who sings consonants, elongates.
Barbra Streisand?
Correct. Barbara Streisand will hold an N sound.
Absolutely.
And you are absolutely, if you've talked to anybody who teaches vocals, they will tell you are absolutely never supposed to do that.
Hold the vowel.
Correct.
Unless you're Barbara Streisand.
That's how you're supposed to get out the sound, is the vowel.
Unless you're Barbara Streisand.
Unless you're Barbara Streisand. Or your Rise.
Yes, or your
And Barbara
Rise.
Streisand is the 8th member of Rise.
Bring back the siren.
Because I don't think you picked the same one.
We don't.
I picked Jung Fan.
You picked Jung Fan. I picked Park Han.
Sure, I think he's great.
And Jung Fan was my second.
Jung Fan is the best one in this.
Jung Fan is.
Listen, Park Han's good. I mean, I'm sure he's good or whatever. I think Jung Fan is the one where if he doesn't make it in this group, I will be very sad.
Wow.
Because and maybe like throughout the show, he'll like whatever.
You'll
he
see
won't
more.
do as well
it's like,
or something
okay,
like that.
yeah.
He is so good in this.
He's really good.
He is giving he is like Choi San levels of like, I'm not
marking.
I can't mark.
I can't mark.
There's not a possibility of marking.
Every cell is performing.
Every single DNA strand.
DNA?
Is
every follicle is performing.
Yes.
Every follicle is bringing back the siren.
Yeah. The siren is being brought back by me specifically.
Love these highlights. So love like b-boy moments.
Yes,
yeah.
The b-boy, just like his energy is.
Yes, he's leaping.
Everyone is at 100.
Everyone's at 100, but
he's at 150.
Yes, he's
like crazy.
Yeah, but not in a way that's like taking the
no, I think the problem is that he definitely doesn't match everybody else.
I know,
it's very clear that he's like overexerting himself.
Yeah. But
it's so good.
Yeah.
And he's doing it so well that I was like, well, if the point is like who's the best?
Yeah.
I was like, well, he's the best.
I think Park Han did the best. He sounds great. His sirens were sirening honey and like it was just like being thrown away. Like he was not having a hard time hitting any of those notes while doing the dance. I just thought, I was like, he's also super baked.
He's so good.
And his story was like, I've been a trainee for like what, like 7 years? He was like, this is my first time performing on stage.
That's
because
I'm gonna be sick thinking.
He was
like,
I've just been performing in front of a mirror.
Because then I swear to God, RJ, the only thing I could think was I was like, he owes so much debt to this company. That's all I thought about. I was like, I know there are hundreds of thousands of won.
And you know what it was?
He's in
I think
debt.
it was Fantagio. That was the T.
Burn? It's fine.
But they've got Lunate.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that. That's so
crazy.
But
currently they're touring Lune 5. So I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
There's like 2 that are currently like out on a break. But they did cast our sister Yuma from Fantasy Boys.
Oh my God, that's right. Lune has Yuma.
And they brought her directly to tour.
Sure.
So she hasn't
Jump
even
right
been
in at the ripe age of 27 or however old Yuma is.
Yes, because I think she's up there.
Maybe. Yuma, I think, was the oldest one in Fantasy Boys. Well,
no.
Well, hold on now. It depends which age we're thinking. Which chronicle timeline you're going with. Yeah.
But Yuma had a child. Yuma raised Kaden.
That's true. That's true. And they don't talk about that.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I thought
was great. Everyone I thought was really good.
I actually really liked Hanso too. I don't think he had a lot, but Steven was like really solid in the. Yeah. I just thought this was the best performance.
Same.
This is the one that I would like watch over and over again.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is
also
really
just because Siren fucking slaps.
This is really good, and also I think like they really did the song justice.
Yeah,
they executed it. This is really good. Yeah. This is the best performance of this episode.
This is the best performance. So I'm glad they saved it for last.
Yeah, Park Han went to Groove. And Beat had also wanted him, so they got Jung Fan, and then Steven went to Rhythm.
Yeah, Park Han chose Jangseob.
Yeah.
So every time there was a lock-in. Beat lost every time.
Beat lost every time. Yep. 3 times.
3 times.
So just so we have the roster of what's going on, Rhythm's lineup is Park Juan, Shirin, Zhang Shuaibo, Royce, Daisuke, JL, and Steven, which is an extremely global group.
Yeah. I don't know if
there is one Korean on that whole team. I know.
And based on, Wavy being the directors.
Steven's Korean Australian.
Yeah. Based on Wavy being the directors, I'm living.
I thought that was really smart.
Yeah.
I feel like they went out of their way to be like, Let's find. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that didn't come up.
But it just feels like there's an innate like. Let's show that like we worked hard to do this.
Yeah,
they can too.
Yes. Groove has Zhen, Kim Joo-hyung, Jang Kyung-oh, Kenta, Seo Jong-woo, James, and Park Han. Mm-hmm. And Beat has Anyul Cheon, Park Ji-hoon, Kim Jin-oh, Cheong-gi, Kim Dong-yun, and Jang Fan.
Who do you think is the best?
Who is the best lineup?
Yeah.
Probably Rhythm.
I think Rhythm.
Because they have JL.
Yeah. I know. But that's really strong. I think with both Groove and Beat, they have members there in the lineup that need way more training. But they have some strong, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you pick? All three want you. What team are you joining? You're a trainee. You're a ripe 34. Who are you picking?
Oh my god, it's really tough.
It's so tough, and I actually think they're each of them. It's just like The Voice.
That's what I love about it. That's what I love about it because you can get a different experience with each one, and they're really making it like with me. This is what you'll get, which I really like.
I'm going Beat. I'm going Beat for sure because I want to get in the hype gym.
Yeah. I know. When El Capitan was like, we're going to use the hype practice rooms. So.
That's crazy.
As soon as he says that, I would also
like I want to join Rhythm because I want to marry 10.
Yeah.
I want to get married to 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go with 10 to Thailand and get married to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, if I go to Rhythm, I want to become Xiaojun's best friend.
Oh my god.
I would be like, so lovely to meet you. When are we gonna
I would like be like, can I be your personal like
anything
threader for your eyebrows?
Oh.
Cuz those that's like those Xiaojun's, are like you know how like allegedly like people insure their legs or like famous people insure their voice. Xiaojun absolutely should
insure his brows.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, if I go to the Rhythm,
best brows in K-pop.
Yeah, I would. It would just be a way for me to be like besties with
C-pop. We're having this argument again. I don't
know. If I go to Groove.
That's the thing is like, if I'm actually picking the three, if I'm doing it not as a joke,
I'm picking Groove because I want to learn from Changsub.
Are you kidding me?
I want him to teach me
100%
how to make my voice
100%.
Absolutely.
And then he can also give me Minhyuk's number.
Yeah.
And so I think that would work out for me too.
Yeah. But I think if I was in the moment and I meet El Capitan for the very first time and we lock eyes.
From across the room.
It's over.
I saw you from across the
Universe League set and I loved your vibe.
We loved your vibe.
Yeah.
Me and Yu-Gyum.
Because Yu-Gyum and El Capitan up there.
Yu-Gyum or whoever El Capitan is with.
Yeah. Yes. But Mama, every time Yu-Gyum was like hot under that cardigan, I literally was like, that's a man.
Who, Yu-Gyum?
Yeah.
Oh, Yu-Gyum. His hair looked so good too.
I know.
Actually, him and El Capitan, I thought their hair was so good.
That's what I'm
saying.
El
Capitan's like
the
ponytail,
pony, yeah.
The, like,
that's
bun,
why I'm like,
the low
I
bun.
think I truly would be staring at them from across the bar.
Oh, but also like, and then you also have Changsub, who for some reason I was like, you look so sexy.
Changsub is so handsome,
so sexy in this like black t-shirt. What's happening? And then you have 10 Kun and Yang, and I was like, I would be livid. I'd be like, please get me out of here.
This is what
get me out of here.
That's what I want to know from.
Oh, if I'm joining Rhythm, I'm asking questions. We're gonna have a sit down. I'll be like, oh, can I get a mentor one-on-one? And it would 10? Just be an interview.
And here's the order of the preference.
Just a few questions.
Where
were you on the
night? Yes. Where were you when Thailand legalized same-sex marriage? Were you celebrating? Were you so happy you were out in what neighborhood?
Were you in
Hongdae? Were you in Itaewon?
Were you in Gangnam?
Were you in WeHo? Did you fly over?
Great.
Adam, I'm fucking living for the show.
The show is really good.
I'm living. Girl,
I'm very glad you picked this because I was like, I don't know if it's going to be like, I was worried it wasn't going to have enough meat on the bone.
Yeah.
As like just a show generally.
Yeah. But I think the format is so unique in survival show. Mm-hmm. And they really knocked it out with these directors.
I think these are not the people I would have thought that would be like the ones that work, but that's why like I think it's like a very specific talent.
Yes.
To be able to like kind of see talent and like craft it and hone it. And of course like they're doing a job on a show. Right, like it's not like this is now their full-time gig, but
it's like I know because of how the show is built up that they will be helping them. Mm-hmm. I love the payoff at the end of a survival show where they form a relationship and a bond with the trainees. Totally. That I'm like, I know I'm going to get that right away.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Bows and the Bobs who voted. And you can join them on patreon.com/boysloveboyslove, where we are reacting to Universe League every episode. We are also opening the polls for another show next week. Mm-hmm. Because Not Me is ending this week. Mm-hmm. And then if you're a Bob, you are enjoying Kin Porsche with us.
Yeah. You're watching it for sure. You're watching us watch it for sure.
But the Bobs also get, you're watching Sweet Tooth Good Dentist, the greatest show of 2025,
the greatest show of, maybe of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah. And I'm
jury's still out.
Yes. And I'm watching Damundi Friendship, the reality. So,
which is just
it's like a BL
model?
Yeah, it's BL top model.
Great.
So best of both worlds.
Sure.
So there you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week for more Universe League. Bring back the sight.